What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns climbing back upon Mount Soapbox for another rant. And if you have a rant suggestion for a future episode that I've yet to do, so be sure and check the new and yes, the old playlist, which has like 100 episodes in it. And if I haven't done that rant, whether it's about gaming or a specific game I play that you want me to rant about, or YouTube, I've been doing a lot more YouTube rants lately for some reason. I guess there's just a lot to rant about when it comes to YouTube. But if you have anything in those categories that you think I should rant about in a future episode, be sure and send it my way via the comment section, Twitter, Facebook, or email, GeauxBurns@gmail.com. Today, we are ranting about Arrow. No, not the show Arrow. But I will say this, the 5th season of Arrow has been really good so far. Way better than season 4. I'll just leave it right there. Anyways, we're ranting about Arrow thumbnails. And no, this is not an April Fool's joke. That was yesterday. So you may have noticed this if you happen to watch videos on YouTube, and I imagine you do because you're watching this video, that there are other content creators out there, big and small, that like to use arrows in their thumbnails. And you see it all over the place. And why are they doing this? Why are they putting arrows in their thumbnails? For one thing, I find it to be annoying. I find it to be completely ridiculous. You don't need to put a stinking arrow in your thumb. And there's two reasons why they do it. First off, to point something out. Oh yes, wow, that's a gun. Ooh, interesting. Or wow, I see you're comparing this image to that image in your thumbnail. Did you really need an arrow there to help me connect the dots? I mean, really? The other thing is for attention, apparently, because supposedly putting arrows in thumbnails equals attention, which means more views, more subscribers because of putting an arrow. Whether it's a green arrow, I had to do that one. Whether it's a green arrow or a yellow arrow or a pink arrow or whatever color arrow, it doesn't matter. You know, they just think that, hey, if I put an arrow in my thumbnail, even if it's just for no fucking reason, or to point something else out that's obvious to, 90% of viewers, with a few exceptions, yeah. It's going to help me out. It's going to help my channel. It's going to give me a bazillion more views than just a regular old thumbnail. Furthermore, I've seen plenty of thumbnails that were just fine. And then it's ruined completely by an arrow. And you remove the arrow and the thumbnail looks a bazillion times better. And I just don't understand why people just have that seed planted in their head as content creators that an arrow is good for them and for their videos and for views and for their channel. And here's the sad part when it comes to this fad. You see, there are big YouTubers that do this, and when big YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of subscribers or millions of subscribers use thumbnails with arrows, even though it's ridiculous and stupid, guess what? The smaller YouTubers, the up-and-coming YouTubers, the new, green content creators, just starting, looking to grow their channels, whether it's to 100 subscribers or to 1,000 subscribers or to 10,000 subscribers. They're trying to come up with ways to grow their channel, to, reach a larger audience. And they see what larger YouTubers are doing on their channels. Now, not everything that other YouTubers do is bad. It's good to learn from what others do because, some content creators are very good at editing, very good at mixing music together, very good at other things as well, but also very bad at things. And unfortunately, the bad habits get picked up along with the good habits. And one of the bad habits is, yes, you guessed it, arrows in thumbnails. And it's contagious. It's a bunch of copycatting going on with big YouTubers doing it, then small YouTubers doing it, then more YouTubers doing it. It's a freaking arrow thumbnail pandemic that needs to stop. I mean, every time I see a thumbnail with an arrow, I just start to shake my head and be like, my God, why? Why do you really think that's going to help people watch your video. Oh, I wasn't going to watch that video, but hey, that YouTuber put an arrow in their thumbnail. I better click on that video right now. Thank God that they put a thumbnail or 5 thumbnails or 10 thumbnails or 1,000 thumbnails with arrows in it. Or, I wouldn't have watched their video. Because, hey, it's that thumbnail with that arrow in it, or those 12 arrows in it, that's going to make all the difference between me watching a video or me not watching a video. It has to stop. So if you are a fellow content creator, I don't care if you're a smaller content creator or a bigger content creator than me, please, this is a public service announcement from me to fellow content creators out there. Cease and desist with the lousy, stinking, attention-grabbing arrows. It only makes you look bad. It makes you look desperate for views. It makes you look desperate for subscribers. It makes you look desperate for attention. And you're always pointing out something obvious in your thumbnail that most people could figure out without the lousy, stinking, freaking good-for-nothing arrows in your thumbnails. So please, just say no to arrows in thumbnails. And yes to season 6 of Arrow.